Hey love, it's Angelica aka Angie B and I am back with a silk press video. Today we're starting on freshly blow dried hair. I did a reverse wash with the Cure Deep Conditioner, then I used the Olaplex, and then I went in with my K18 hair treatment. That is the only reason I did the reverse wash. Otherwise, any other time I would just go ahead and do my regular washing process. So now I am dividing my hair into 4 sections, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I always get so tired when I'm doing my silk press, and I always regret not dividing it into 2 days. So this time I divided it into 2 days. So I did my blow dry yesterday, and today is when we are doing the silk press. So you might be wondering, why are you spraying water on blow dried hair? I am spraying very little water on my blow dried hair, and that is because it felt a little dry and brittle. And if your blow dry is not amazing, your silk press will not be good. So do whatever you can to maximize the effects of your blow dry before you move on to the silk press stage. So if you've ever wondered and your hair feels like a little dry or brittle, or it feels like it's just not going to turn out right, try spraying a little bit of water, but then blow drying your hair and making it nice and smooth before that water dries. That will help your hair feel so much better and silkier and smoother. The other reason I'm doing this is because I'm about to put my heat protector in, which is the John Frieda Frizz Ease Extra Strength Serum. I'm putting about 1 pump per section. Keep in mind, I do have very thick, coarse hair, which is very, very prone to frizz. So if you have thinner hair than me, I would suggest you do like 1 pump for your entire head, or split a pump each on each side of your head. So half a pump per section if you work in 4 sections like me. So you can see I'm evenly working it out. And the reason why it works so well on freshly blow dried hair is because when my hair is still warm, my low porosity hair absorbs product so much easier. So here's what I do after every section that I blow dry while it is still warm with the serum in it. I do a Bantu knot, and this is the one thing that makes my hair so smooth after the blow dry and helps the prep for the silk press just come out immaculate, okay? So I did the same to every other section, and now I'm just brushing it down, and then I went ahead and did my makeup to leave the Bantu knots to completely cool and get prepped for the silk press. So I'm using the same flat iron I use every single time, which is the Sedu Professional. It has 2.5-inch plates, which are really nice and wide, so no matter how long my hair gets, it's still going to be pretty easy to flat iron it. Now look how smooth my hair looks. Like, it looks 10 times better than it did when I took my hair out of that hair tie. So yes, as you can see, it is looking ready to be pressed. Okay, now if you're wondering any other products that I haven't mentioned, every single product will be linked in the description box below, and it's basically the same products I always use when I do a silk press, except for the K18 that was new in my routine. But everything else stayed the same, and I am still doing the chase method with this brush. It's kind of like a boar bristle brush, but it's made out of plastic. And what I'm doing is I'm doing some places more than one pass on the root, like you can see here, but other places it's just one pass all the way from the roots down. But I don't ever do, or at least most of the time, I don't do more than 2 passes on any other section of my hair. The reason why I can get away with doing, and why you can probably get away with doing at least 2 passes on the hair that's at the base of your hair, this is because your hair is the newest there. It is the new growth. It is the strongest. It can handle the heat the most. And also, it could also be the most resistant to heat because it has never experienced any kind of heat. If you haven't done a silk press before, my last silk press was a couple months ago, maybe 8 months ago, almost a year, which means the hair that's at the roots, that's the hair that has never had heat touched to it, at least not by a flat iron. So it will be the most resistant as well. And if your roots are kind of reverting, it just makes the hair not look so great, okay? So I will be doing the same thing to every single section, and you will notice that I do have quite a bit of split ends, and my hair is also in layers, so my hair is not the same length everywhere, and I actually like that because I feel like it just gives the hair a little bit more body, a little bit more movement. When the hair is the same length, I just find that it tends to be very heavy, and I only like that look sometimes, but I like the layered look more of the time, so I prefer to just go that route. So as you can see, I started off by showing you how I do my silk press in real time, but now it is sped up so I can just not waste your time and we can get deep into it, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of my tips that I think you should be doing. First of all, look at the weather before you do your silk press. If you're not sure what the weather is, or how it's going to be. I'm sure most people have a weather app on their phone. So what I do is I don't only look at the temperature, I don't just check to see if it's going to be cold, because sometimes the weather could be cool, but the humidity is very high, okay? So what I look for is to check what the humidity is going to be for the next week. And if everything is above or below, sorry, if everything is below 65 degrees, and if everything is below 65 on the scale of humidity, that's when I know it's a good time to do my hair. So it was below 65 and it was very cold on this day. So now, as you can see, I'm trimming my ends, but I'm not doing like a proper trim. I'm still leaving a little bit of hair that needs to be damaged, that needs to be cut off, okay? A couple of split ends, I'm still leaving them, and there is a reason. That is because I can't see the back of my head, and I only trim my hair when it's straight. So I like the back to be pretty even, and almost every time when I do a silk press, my sister is over so she can cut my ends for me and make it nice and even in the back, but she wasn't here. So what I was doing was just getting rid of as much split ends as I could, and later on in the video, you see that I will go in and cut off a little bit more split ends, but it's not, I haven't seen it in the back, but I know it's not as even as I want it to be. So in a week or so, she's gonna come over and trim my hair, and I'm hoping to do another silk press this year, just so I can get my 2 presses in and be done with it, because I really love the look. I really love to just play with my hair and do something a little different. So by the second time I do the silk press, I will make sure that you see that the split ends will probably all be gone, and it'll be nice and evened out at the back as well. Again, if I didn't mention this, all the products will be listed in the description box below. I always show my whole wash day process and all that, but I decided not to show it this time just because I felt like this video was going to be way too long, literally about 40 minutes. So I cut it out. But again, if you do want me to make a separate video talking about everything I do before the silk press and how I prep starting from like a week to a month before, please let me know and I will make a separate video. But just to go over what will be in the description box below, I did go ahead and use my Amika pre-cleansing oil cleanser, which is like an oily shampoo. It is extremely minty and it is amazing to dissolve any kind of oiliness that you have in your hair. It's like a double cleanse for your face, but on your hair, and it makes the washing process so much easier. It also prevents dandruff, so your scalp feels like so clean and fresh, and I never experienced any kind of dandruff on my scalp when I use that product. Then I went ahead and deep conditioned. Actually, I deep conditioned before with the Cure by Amika. Then I washed that out. I went ahead and washed my hair with the Olaplex shampoo. Washed that out. I put the K18 shampoo. I put the K18 leave-in product. I left it in my hair for 10 minutes. Then I went ahead and went under heat for 10 minutes. Then I put the Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother, which is my favorite leave-in conditioner of all time. I put a tiny amount per section, literally like a pea-sized amount per 4 sections, so 4 pea-sized amount for my entire head. I went under heat for another 20 minutes. Then I went ahead and started to do the silk press. Then I went ahead and started to do the blow dry, and I put BioSilk in my hair before I did the blow dry as a heat protector. So now you can see again, I'm cutting the front of my hair, I'm trimming it, but you can see there's still like a little bit of thinness there, and that's the allowance I am leaving for my sister to come and even out when she cuts the hair at the back, because I wouldn't want my hair to be like super uneven because I can't see it, okay? Even if I wear my hair curly most of the time, I still want it to be even, because when I do wear it straight, okay, I want it to look bomb. So don't roast me, okay? Don't comment, girl, you still left some of your damage. I know, I know. I just want somebody else to do it for me, okay? If you do not know anyone who can do it for you, please go and see a professional, okay? I trust her with my hair. She's been trimming it for years, and I do her hair as well. I've been doing it for years, so we are comfortable with that, okay? So now again, we are continuing with the flat iron with the chase method. I am just doing a slow pass on every single section, and notice that my hair looks a little bit healthier and darker on this side. It is not because it's actually healthier and darker, it's just because on one side, as you can see, even my face looks brighter. There is a super bright window open, and the wall behind me is also super bright, so it makes the hair look thinner and finer. But trust me, the hair on both sides is the same, okay? It's the same. So I am just continuing again. I feel like I should just let music play over this point, but I feel like it's going to be 2 seconds. So anyway, we are going to go into another step that I really like here. My hair was feeling so nice and smooth. It was not too heavy. It was not weighed down. And as you can see, I always get pretty even sections of hair when I am flat ironing. And that's why I use a comb to part the hair. And there is actually a reason for that. The reason is if you get a fairly even section or size of hair when you're flat ironing it, the heat is going to be evenly distributed, so you're going to get the same level of smoothness. Your hair is going to look so good, and you're also going to get the same level of heat distribution. Okay, so you won't have to go back in certain sections because it didn't get straight, because everything is basically evened out. So now you can see I am done with the silk press, but no, it's time to add the body. Okay, we are going to be curling this with my curling wand. It is so old, but it works and I hardly use it. Again, I rarely do my hair, so things last for a long time. Now I'm adding a little bit of the Oribe oil. This is a ridiculously expensive oil, but I absolutely love it. I only put about 4 drops, and you'll see that I am really gentle with where I place it around. I don't want to put too much in one section and make it sticky. I'm making sure I evenly distribute it all throughout my hair, beginning with the ends and working my way up and putting it on my hairline as well, because you know, if you have natural hair like me that is super coarse and super thick, then you know that the hairline is very difficult to straighten, okay? So ideally, you could use a tiny flat iron. You can use a hot comb. My sister has a hot comb, but I have been too scared to use it. So I'd rather just go ahead with a flat iron. Maybe one day I'll test it out, but for now, I am just doing my edges. I'm using that same oil, which is great, which I'm not putting like a lot of it, okay? You don't want to fry your hair. Just that same little bit I put all over my hair. It will really enhance the shine, and it just adds a nice softness to the hair. So as you can see, I'm brushing, that front hair has been brushed, and then I'm just gently flat ironing it and making sure that the hair is nicely pressed and as smooth as I can possibly get it with such a large flat iron, okay? I am very happy with how it turned out. My hair is looking smooth, it's looking shiny, although I will put one little issue with my hair that really annoys me sometimes, which is my hair is on the dark side. I do have dark hair, but my hair is not black. I have, oh, here's the curling wand. It is by John Frieda. It goes up to 240 degrees, which is, you can Google the Fahrenheit. I don't know, but it's hot enough, okay? But it's not too hot. So now, as you can see, I am combing my hair, but every single piece that I'm going to curl, I am trimming off a little bit of the dead ends. Again, my hair is in layers, so that little trim that I did at the beginning wouldn't really get all the hairs because of my layers. And I think this curling process is self-explanatory. I don't know how much better to explain it. I feel like it'll be confusing. Watching will be the easiest option. So for the first curl, I wanted to make sure I do it in real time so you can see how long it takes me before I drop the curl. So as you can see, I'm touching the hair there because I'm trying to feel if the heat has gone all the way through the hair. So once it gets all the way through the hair, I know, okay, it's probably curled. And then I drop the curl, and then I just hold it for a couple seconds to let it cool down so it can hold the curl a little longer. I wish I clipped every single curl, but there's always a next time because you know I'm gonna do it again. Okay, if you use duckbill clips to curl, to pin your curls, I think your hair would have even more body. So anyway, as I explain this, I will just, you can continue watching as I curl every single section. So every single curl you can see me doing, I did go ahead and trim just a little bit off again, but again, it's not to the max because my sister's gonna come and do it for me. Now, back to what I was saying. The thing that tends to annoy me about my hair is that while it is dark, it is not black. I feel like my hair should have either been a couple shades lighter or a couple shades darker. What annoys me is that no matter how smooth and luxurious my hair is looking, it just doesn't shine as much as I want it to because it has this like ash brown tint to it. And the hair in the front, of course, because I have more exposure to the sun and my hair is just lighter and also a looser curl pattern in the front for some reason, my hair is much lighter in the front. It looks like it's got like light brown highlights. That is just the natural color of my hair. I don't know where it came from because everybody in my family had like super black, glossy, shiny hair. Although I will say black hair does not look good on me. I've tried it with wigs. The furthest I can get is a very dark chocolate brown, like the hair at the back of my head. But the hair at the front just never shines the way I want it to shine because it just doesn't have that, rich, dark, deep color. On the bright side, whenever I have my hair in curls or I wear my hair like in a side part or something like that, it does really reveal all the natural highlights in my hair. And I do like how that looks. Also, I haven't dyed my hair yet while it's been natural. I possibly will dye my hair in the future when I reach my hair goals. The good thing is if I do dye my hair, whatever color I put on it will make natural highlights in the color of whatever I put without me having to do highlights and lowlights. So that's a good thing, but I just had to put a little bit of that complaining. So as you can see, my hair is coming together. It's looking even smoother, even shinier, and I'm using the same technique to flat iron the hair in every single section. I'm not doing different techniques or wrapping it in different directions. It is all going in the same direction. I'm wrapping all the curls under. The only difference will be in the front. As you can see on the sides, I'm just following the direction of my hair. But here, I'm going to be curling everything back. And that is because I like the way the hair bounces and gives a little bit more body when you curl it back in this section. And now I'm going to be using those clips, which I do not advise, and you will see why when it's time to take them out. But if you have nice duckbill clips or even bobby pins that won't leave a dent in your hair, I suggest you use those instead of these. These should just be used for what they were intended for, okay? Clipping your hair back when you're doing your makeup or something like that without leaving a dent. So you will see why. So usually these two front sections, I would curl them to the side, but today I will be curling them back. And I actually learned this from, when the curtain bangs were like super blowing up, everyone was talking about curtain bangs. They always curled them like this, and all the 90s models curl their hair back like this, and it just gives the hair so much body and a nice bounce. So next time you see what I'm doing to these 4 curls, I'm going to do this to my entire head, but with duckbill clips. I'm already getting excited. So I was getting so tired by this point, and this is why I decided to do it in 2 days and why I will never silk press my hair in a day again unless somebody's doing it for me. So now the curls have cooled. The bottom curls, as you can see, they've pretty much dropped because I did not clip it, but I was shook, like, wow, my hair has grown. It's not like so much longer than the last time I silk pressed, but more of my hair has grown to an even length. And so it looks so, so, so good. So much bounce, so much body. And now it's time to take out those clips. And can you see? It is snagging my hair. Even if it was just like 2 or 3 hairs got snagged, if you do this a lot, eventually you will experience breakage. So that's why I do not advise using those specific clips. But look at that body as I combed my hair out. Silk, shine, beautiful. As you see this ending, you will notice that I would just be basically feeling myself, looking at how nice my hair looks, and let us just enjoy this moment together, okay? Let me know what you want to see next from me. Do you want to see like a hairstyles video for like medium length hair? Would you like to see claw clip hairstyles? Because I am so obsessed with claw clips and I bought a bunch of them just so I could enjoy them with straight looks. I mean, look at the body. Please do not think I am showing off. I am admiring my hard work, okay? It has taken a lot to get to this point. But you can see the highlights I was talking about when I wear my hair when it's in a bouncy state. The highlights kind of pop, and let's just take a little moment to appreciate that. I was feeling my makeup. I was feeling my shirt. Let's get into it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Tell me what else you want to see in the comment section below. Follow me on Instagram at AngieB with 3 underscores. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!